Nestled in the heart of Southeast Asia, the idyllic Philippines is a mesmerizing blend of cultural diversity and extraordinary natural resources. With over 7,000 islands adorned by white beaches and waters stretching as far as the eye can see, this tropical paradise is not only a feast for the eyes, but also an emerging economy on the rise. Boasting one of the highest reserves of greenbacks among Asia's emerging economies, this captivating country has left economists and policymakers pondering the reasons behind its remarkable success.
However, that growth rate, and that is why it has become so important for us to go out and to attract investment into the Philippines, because that is the only way for economic activity to increase and therefore to grow the economy. So I think that we are headed in the right direction. We still have some interventions that we will have to apply, but nonetheless, we are weathering the shocks from the international economic situation, and we are starting to see
foreign reserves of colossal magnitude continue to be a driving force behind the Philippines' rapidly expanding economy. The latest data, published by the Bangko Sentral Pilipinas, BSP, reveals that as of June 30th, 2023, the Philippines boasts a formidable gross international reserve, GIR, amounting to $99.8 billion. While this figure falls short of the reserves held by some of its neighboring economic powerhouses, such as Japan, China, Indonesia, and Malaysia, it is more than adequate to meet the country's external financing needs. Notably, the BSP has underlined that the Philippines' reserves are equivalent to a remarkable 7 months of imports of goods, services, and primary income, significantly surpassing the international standard of 3 months of import cover. The Philippines' foreign reserves have undergone a remarkable expansion in recent years, underlining the country's robust economic performance and unwavering commitment to sound macroeconomic management. A mere comparison with 2016, when the country's gross reserves stood at a modest $82.4 billion, underscores this impressive growth trajectory. What sets the Philippines apart is not just the size of its foreign reserves, but also their adequacy in the face of external shocks, a facet often overlooked in these debates. This adequacy is a testament to the nation's resilience against debt-related risks. Despite claims of high foreign indebtedness, the Philippines' foreign reserves comfortably cushion against such liabilities. To illustrate this, let's examine the World Bank's data on total reserves in months of imports. This data provides insights into the adequacy of reserves relative to imports. It clearly demonstrates that the Philippines leads among Southeast Asian economies, boasting around 10 months of total reserves in months of imports as of 2021, whereas Thailand has 9 months, and Vietnam lags with just 4 months. This data reflects the country's capacity to weather economic downturns and external challenges. Furthermore, foreign reserves must be viewed in tandem with external debt to gauge an economy's stability. Here, the Philippines shines. As of 2021, the Philippines maintains foreign reserves exceeding its external debt by 102.2%, surpassing both Vietnam and Indonesia. This favorable ratio places the Philippines in a stronger position than its regional counterparts concerning the adequacy of its foreign reserves for safeguarding the economy. High foreign reserves are not only a buffer, but also pivotal for investor confidence and creditworthiness. In this regard, the Philippines has garnered a triple B+ credit rating from Standards and Poor's, outperforming most neighboring countries, and even surpassing other newly industrialized nations like South Africa, Mexico, and Brazil. In summation, The Philippines' robust foreign reserves are a bedrock for its thriving economy, lending it resilience, stability, and credibility on the global stage. A positive narrative that benefits not only the nation, but also its investors.
The pace of inflation is moderating, and that is also evident now in the latest data for the Philippines CPI. So I think the outlook is that inflation in the Philippines in the base case is moderating. Really, the Philippines will be performing very strongly in the next couple of years, but fundamentally I think there are needs to really ramp up infrastructure in order to compete with other Southeast Asian countries. Vietnam is a very strong competitor to Philippines, so is Indonesia.
It's intriguing to observe that despite the Philippines grappling with a significant trade deficit, the nation's foreign reserves continue to flourish. In 2022, the country faced a substantial trade deficit exceeding $50 billion.
That our growth rate for the year 2022 exceeded all expectations, even by the estimates of the international financing institutions.
Signifying that it imported more goods than it exported. This trade imbalance is not novel for the Philippines and has manifested itself repeatedly over the years. However, what's truly noteworthy is that the overall balance of payments, encompassing the inflow and outflow of money, remains decidedly positive.
We do expect that the Philippines economy will grow towards the lower end of that range. We expect growth of about 6% for 2023, and then another strong year next year. So we do expect a pretty robust outlook this year faced, because last year was so strong. Last year was the strongest growth since 1976. So after such strong and buoyant growth, this year will be somewhat.
Despite the multi-million-dollar trade deficit, the Philippines has managed to bolster its foreign reserves. Several factors within the broader realm of the balance of payments framework have played pivotal roles in augmenting the country's overall foreign reserves.
Actually, it's better than expected, better than financial markets had penciled in. Yes, the economy is slowing, and yes, consumers are suffering due to higher prices and they're pulling back on spending, but they're still showing resilience, which is quite remarkable. And even at 6.4% growth, the Philippine economy is astonishingly resilient given the high interest rates and the high inflation that we have seen.
The Philippines has emerged as a formidable player in the business process outsourcing (BPO) industry, exporting services such as call center operations, data processing, and medical transcription. In 2022, the BPO industry contributed a substantial $36.9 billion in revenue, marking a remarkable 10.5% increase from the preceding year.
Junior administration has made it a policy thrust to wield the power of public-private partnerships to help boost the development of much-needed infrastructure in our. We have to link the lagging regions with the leading regions, so the economy will be more efficient. So we want to transition from the dirty source of energy to cleaner energy, so you can invest in solar, wind.
Overseas Filipino workers, OFWs, remitted an astounding $36.1 billion back to their homeland in 2022, reflecting a notable 7.2% growth compared to 2021. These remittances stand as a substantial source of foreign exchange for the Philippines, effectively offsetting the trade deficit. The Bangko Sentral Pilipinas, BSP, has consistently implemented prudent monetary policies, effectively managing the influx of foreign capital and the accumulation of foreign reserves. These policies have not only maintained the stability of the Philippine peso, but have also attracted foreign investments. As of August 31st, 2023, the Philippines' gross international reserves remained robust at $99.8 billion, equivalent to an impressive 7.4 months of imports of goods, services, and primary income. This figure comfortably surpasses the international standard of 3 months of import cover. The Philippines' steadfast foreign reserves position serves as a bulwark against external economic shocks and provides substantial support for sustained economic growth. It also enhances the country's allure to foreign investors. Expectations suggest that the Philippines' trade deficit may widen further in 2023, owing to elevated global commodity prices and the depreciation of the peso. Nonetheless, the BSP remains optimistic that the country's overall balance of payments will retain its positive trajectory, buoyed by robust BPO earnings and remittances from OFWs. The BSP has affirmed its unwavering commitment to upholding a robust foreign reserves position, safeguarding the nation's economic growth and financial stability. The Philippines, a captivating archipelago nestled in the expansive Pacific Ring of Fire, has gained international recognition for its susceptibility to earthquakes and volcanic eruptions, largely justified by its geographical proximity to the South China Sea. This distinctive positioning has not only shaped the country's dramatic landscapes and picturesque horizons, but has also fostered a rich tapestry of biodiversity and invaluable natural resources. In fact, the World Bank reports that the Philippines' natural endowments significantly contribute to 1.97% of its gross domestic product, or GDP. These resources include gold, nickel, chromium, and marble, among many other valuable minerals. Nickel tops the chart, with the Philippines being responsible for 5% of the global nickel production.
Each president faces a different challenge, okay? And so I've seen the ups and downs of the Philippine economy. It was very challenging during the Aquino years. Now I keep saying this is our moment. Part of the job of the MIC is to allocate the resources. Siguro X% will be for stock market, but a big percent of that will be infrastructure. And I'm very confident because we have, as I said, 194 ready to implement infrastructure projects.
Strategically positioned among prominent Asian powerhouses such as China and Japan, along with emerging economies like Malaysia, Indonesia, and Vietnam, the Philippines assumes a vital geostrategic and geopolitical role. The country's geopolitical collaborations, being a key member of the Association of Southeast Asian Nations, attract several foreign direct investments that strengthen its economic growth. Moreover, these trade associations harmonize the Philippines' diplomatic stance within the region, steering it towards fostering a peaceful Southeast Asia. This unique mixture of geographical advantage, membership in regional alliances, and the promise of profitable investments elevates the Philippines' prominence in the vast Asian continent. As of 2023, Japan takes the lead for committing the most foreign direct investments in the Philippines, amounting to 20.36 billion Filipino pesos, according to the government of the Philippines.
Philippines is poised to tap into its demographic dividend. It's got the largest working age population, an average age of 23, English educated population for the most part. So all positives, macroeconomic fundamentals, as I said, are strong.
In the dynamic landscape of global geopolitics, China has embarked on an extraordinary initiative known as the Belt and Road Initiative, with an aim to uplift the economies of the diverse nations participating in this endeavor through strategic investments and impactful infrastructure improvements. With the Philippines joining as a full member of this ambitious project, It unequivocally reinforces the nation's commitment to fostering long-term collaboration with China. This decisive step signifies the Philippines' unwavering confidence in the potential benefits and shared prosperity that can be attained through their meaningful partnership with the Chinese, as the BRI continues to shape the future of international economic cooperation. Instead of limiting itself to bloc politics, the Philippines has embraced the opportunity to foster simultaneous trade relations with both the East and the West. One notable result of this approach is the country's role as a leading exporter of a vibrant labor force, particularly to Western nations, with the United States being a primary destination. In fact, the remittances sent back by overseas Filipino workers constitute a significant portion of the Philippines' GDP, making it an undeniable driving force behind the country's economic growth. This steady influx of funds illustrates the impact of the Philippines' trade ties with the West on its overall financial stability. However, it was not a smooth journey for the country to reach its heights of economic glory. At several points in its history, the Philippines faced significant challenges in terms of foreign reserves, experiencing periods of economic instability. Specifically, during the 1990s, the nation grappled with a multitude of external and internal economic disasters, resulting in substantial deficits within the public sector. However, the Aquino and Ramos administrations played a vital role in mitigating this situation by implementing crucial economic strategies. These approaches included fostering economic flexibility and reducing government interference in the corporate and banking sectors. Through these measures, the Philippines sought to address its economic setbacks and lay the foundation for a more stable and prosperous future. These policies have continued to benefit the country to the present.
Staying with air travel, the Philippines ranks 78th among nearly 200 countries in terms of passport power, or how many countries its holders can travel to, according to financial firm Henley and Partners.
In the past fiscal year, the Philippines experienced a commendable annual GDP growth rate of 4.4%, showcasing its resilience and potential for economic advancement. Looking ahead to 2023, the International Monetary Fund, IMF, reports that the Philippines currently boasts a significant nominal GDP of $440.9 billion United States dollars. As a newly industrialized country, the Philippines is witnessing a remarkable surge in its service sector, which now accounts for an impressive 61.2% of its GDP. Furthermore, tourism plays an integral role in the country's economic landscape, contributing 5.2% to its overall GDP. These figures highlight the nation's promising trajectory and robust economic diversification. The country's steady economic growth, robust export sector, and strategic international trade partnerships have played a vital role in bolstering its reserves. Additionally, diligent fiscal management, implementation of sound monetary policies, and consistent inflows of foreign investments have further contributed to this commendable achievement. These collective efforts have not only established a strong financial foundation for the nation, but have also instilled confidence in global investors, positioning the Philippines as a resilient and attractive destination for foreign capital. This brings us to the end of the video. If you found this video insightful and want to see more, check out some of our previous videos and hit the subscribe button to stay connected.
If you found this video insightful and want to see more, check out some of our previous videos and hit the subscribe button to stay connected.